What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Subnautica. When we left off in the last episode, we had kind of just gotten started and crashed on our new planet area here. And like I said in the last episode, I'm kind of going more towards story. And so I'm not going to be focusing too much on a lot of base building, or at least at the bare minimum not showing a whole lot of base building. Even if I'm doing base building because it's necessary, I'll probably do, like, you know, some base walkthrough type things every now and again. But for the most part, I don't think I'm going to be doing too much in that regard. The goal for today is to get over here. And oh, that's a Seaglide. Interesting. Oh, I'm scanning for the Seamoth. That's why. Get over here and progress the story a little bit. Though I noticed, I'm not sure if it's on purpose or if it's that they changed something. But I'm noticing that, like, the Aurora hasn't blown up yet, which I find really interesting. It used to be on a timer where, like, once you were playing around for X amount of time, then it would just blow up. And it's only passingly mentioned the Aurora potentially blowing up a few times. So that I find interesting, and so I decided to come out here for a little bit, because I knew there'd probably be some silver, which we got enough silver, I think, to make a wiring kit, as well as I'm looking for fragments for, like, the Seamoth and stuff like that to make things a little bit easier moving forward so we can move a little quicker. However, I'm kind of surprised it's actually working, because I really expected this to blow up already. So I'm kind of derping around out here trying to find some more stuff and see what we can find, so that hopefully it makes moving forward a little bit easier. One other thing, a couple things actually I wanted to mention. I did turn my microphone up a little bit, because in the last episode when I was editing, it just to me sounded a little quiet compared to the background noise, and I didn't want you guys to get drowned out by the gameplay as much and me sound like I'm whispering, so I turned it up. But if it's too loud now...
Bacteria levels in the water. Performing a self-status is advised.
Okay. Here we've got some new story level going on. I really hope this doesn't blow up while I'm right here. That would be bad. Alright, let's do a self-scan.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Detecting trace amounts of foreign bacteria. Continuing to monitor.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, for those of you that have played the story already, that's fine, but for those of you that don't know, that's important, I believe. So, the other thing that I wanted to mention, like I said, is the microphone. If you guys think I'm a little bit loud now, let me know, I'll turn it back down. I'm just trying to balance it out. Ever since I moved and hadn't been recording, this is kind of the first consistent...
Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly exercise quotient by 500%.
That's
Data
funny.
indicates that swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to vary your routine for uniform muscle.
I love how it's like, it shows that swimming is your favorite activity. No, I'm just trying to not die, lady. So, yeah, let me know in the comments and stuff if the settings are a little bit off now, and I will try and change them back. I'm just trying to balance it out so that it works best for you guys. The other thing, I don't know why, more than likely it's because I'm using a PlayStation 3 controller through a modified driver setup to where it tricks the system into thinking it's an Xbox 360, but I had to change the controls a bit because I'm using the controller, and it's working a little bit better now, but it seems to have inverted the triggers for some reason. You'll notice it comes up and says something about left trigger to scan, like when I pull this out, and it's actually right trigger for me. That's how I have it set up, even though the tooltip actually says... Oh, okay, so there's radiation. Crap. See, that's what I wasn't sure about. Normally, in the early access version of the game, you could get over here and not get irradiated until the Aurora blew up. They seem to have modified that by basically making it just always radioactive, and that way you can't really sneak over here before you're supposed to. So that's a cool way of doing it. Nope, nope, ow. I hate those things. That's a cool way of doing it, and it kind of makes sense, really. I mean, if the reactor's leaking and stuff, it probably makes sense that it's gonna, you know, blow up eventually anyway. So, like I said, the biggest thing... Yeah, here's one. Where did it go? Sulfur plant, left trigger, but when I hold the right trigger, that scans. So, something in the drivers that I have, at least for Subnautica, they don't communicate right. So that's part of what was screwing me up before. I was complaining a bit about, like, man, these controllers feel... This control scheme feels weird, but that's why. So yeah, I'm thinking at the most part, or for the most part, I'm going to be targeting trying to find all the Seamoth fragments, and I think I'll need the...
30 seconds.
I believe I'll need the mobile vehicle bay to build it as well. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure. I hope I have enough air. So yeah, I'm going to come back after I've explored a little bit, and hopefully gotten a little bit further along in our technological advancements. But we'll see. If it takes me too long and I don't have time to get all of the stuff that I wanted to get prepped before we move out for the rest of the story area, then I'm just going to go ahead and move out there anyway. So I will see you guys in a moment. Okay, so I've been, not really... I haven't gotten the Seamoth thing yet, but I do have a little bitty starter base going here, just because I was running out of room and stuff for storing in the little pod. So I kind of had to do something. But I found this, which is kind of interesting. So, it's one of the things I scanned. It was probably even in the video while I was talking before. So it's a little coffee machine, but it's something a little bit newer, because I don't remember these actually working. It normally was like props and stuff, but I don't remember them actually doing anything. And you can see it, well, kind of. I don't know why the cup isn't there. There's no cup there. But then it makes a little coffee thing, and you get 4 H2 out of it. So it's not the best, but it is pretty good for being in a pinch. The only weird part, and maybe you guys can explain this one to me, I have 2 titanium, and I have a piece of glass, which is the requirements for a vending machine, and if my memory serves, you can get chips and stuff, which is, again, kind of an emergency food source. But it will not...
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8,
I always love this part.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3...
Though I would not actually want to be out here when this blows up. That would be silly. In real life, I'd be like down in my base, or in the little pod. Oh, okay. For your convenience. That's funny.
The radiation suit has been added to your blueprint database.
Alright, well that's cool. Now let's check that real quick. I also have, anyway, what I started to say about this thing was for some reason it would not let me place it anywhere in that base. I mean, I know it won't let me place it in the pod, but it doesn't need to be mounted to a wall or anything, so I don't know. I had plenty of space in there, but for some reason it wouldn't let me place it, even though I had all the stuff that I needed, which is weird. Alright, so we need 2 lead and 2 fiber mesh. I think we have the fiber mesh already. I don't know if I have any extra lead hanging around in here. I don't see any. So I've got to get some more lead and fiber mesh. Let's check out this new radio message.
Lead pre-recorded distress call.
This is Lifepod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
Signal coordinates corrupted. Approximate transmission origin recorded to databank.
Okay, so that's a different one. We have lifepod 3 over there, We don't have approximate. Well, I did say something about approximate. Let's see where that is. Codes include lifepods 6. Alright, a distress call. Crew requests assistance navigating radiation sunk to approximately 100 meters. If you look in the picture, it looks like it's in one of the red grass areas, which is a good giveaway. And it even says, located in an area dense with red grass near a number of natural arches and rock stacks. Transmission origins approximately 400 meters west-northwest of lifepod 4's last location. Now, we don't have 4, we have 3. So that could make it a little problematic to find. But the other thing is we need a radiation suit. I keep losing my base. There it is. We would need a radiation suit to go over there since it mentions having radiation involved. So there's that. I also built a little radio transmission thing down here just in case we're in this base. But yeah, let me see. See, that's the part I don't quite understand. Like, you can kind of see that none of the collision box thing is hitting anything anywhere, but it won't let me actually place it, which is weird. And I keep hitting the right trigger to place it for some reason. So yeah, that's a little bit odd. Not really sure what happened with that one. So yeah, there's fiber mesh. I have one lead, one fiber mesh. So yeah, I think my goal is probably going to be, let's get a radiation suit just for future use down the line, and then we might just end up swimming over to lifepod 3 and see what we can get out of that one, is I think what our next steps are going to be. Alrighty, so I have done a little bit more exploring. I gathered some more supplies, and I should have what I need to make both a radiation suit and a Seaglide, which will help us get over to lifepod 3. And there's also a new message waiting for us, which I want to check out. Alright, so we got our radiation suit on, so we are no longer affected by radiation, which is great. Let's make a Seaglide. I normally don't use them, but I just want to move a little quicker.
Will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest lifepod or habitat.
Okay. Oh, and I had a wiring kit because I should have enough to make a bioreactor. So that's cool. So I've got basically everything here, but I'm going to dump most of it. Mainly just because I don't want to take all that with me. Let's see what the radio message says.
This is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over? Nothing but vacuum. These Alterra ships. They run low on engine grease, send an SOS, you offer to help, they don't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's going to take more than a week to reach your position. Do you still need our assistance? Over.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try them again tomorrow. Charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Alterra. See what the long-range scans pick up in the meantime.
That would be super nerve-wracking if you were actually stranded somewhere and you could hear people like, hey, do you need our help? And I guess not. And you're like, no, I actually do. That would be horrifying. Ooh. And it's got a little map thing on it now. That's cool. Alright, what else? Let's throw this stuff in here. So I got a couple waters with me, a first aid kit, and all my junk. So that should be good to go. We're going the wrong way already. Good. Alright, so I'm going to cut for a second, and I will come back when we arrive at lifepod 3. Alrighty, so here we are at lifepod 3. I have visual confirmation. So let's go ahead and poke around and see what we can find. Now, I do know... well, I'll scan it anyway. It'll give us titanium. I do know that for most of these, I don't think anybody's actually alive in any of these, even though you get verbal distress calls type of thing. Ooh. Got a blueprint for a compass.
required.
That's cool. So I don't really, unless they've massively changed some stuff, usually get like a PDA that explains what happened and like that, a data bank thing. But it rarely I don't think you're ever going to actually find any survivors. I'm pretty sure you're the lone survivor. What blueprint did I pick up? Picked up another blueprint somewhere apparently, and I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Oh, the compass. Duh, the one that just popped up. Okay. Okay, that's that one. Where is this one? Here we go.
You really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Your regular Seaglide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. The power cellar rig to this one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
Oh, sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the lifepod.
You're calm about this.
I'm seeing the engineering problem. If I stop seeing the maths, I'll be terrified.
That's pretty funny. And normally true. Alright, so that's that. So we have a compass now. I'm going to take the Seaglide back over here because on my route over here, it popped up with, we have yet another radio message. So I'm going to go back here and check that, and I think we're going to wrap up this episode and talk about what we're going to go and do next. So I will see you back at the life pod. Alrighty, so we are back here at our life pod, so let's go ahead and check our last message and regroup for what we're going to do next.
Land pre-recorded distress call.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by the Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
The Seamoth Bay, that should be on the Aurora, right? Oh. Stranded near a cave system and under attack. Lifepod 17. That's only 100 meters out. Whoa! Flying stingrays. I don't remember them being in here. Alright. So that's 100 meters. Maybe let's just go check that out real quick then. On second thought, I take that back. I saw 100 meters, thought that's not far. It's 100 meters down. It's 600 meters away. And quite frankly, I just don't feel like going that far right now. So, we're going to leave that for next episode. So we have our radiation suit. We've got a Seaglide going. So basically, one thing we could do, we're going to probably tackle this stranded lifepod 17 next time. But I'm almost wondering if... I don't know if we can tackle the Aurora yet or not. I'm not sure if you need the Cyclops, or at least a Seamoth, to get past the Reaper Leviathan things, or if they won't bother you if you're smart about it. So, that's one of those things where, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now, one thing I did want to bring up, I mentioned it in my last Space Engineers episode, but I have yet to mention it in this series, is for those of you that are not aware, I am doing a new thing with my Patreon where everybody on Patreon, or everyone who's a patron on Patreon, is getting the episodes a week early. So I'm leaving them unlisted and then posting them on Patreon for patrons. And then a week later, the public on my regular YouTube channel is they're made publicly available. So if you guys comment on a video and then like it takes an episode or two before I actually take action or note that you commented, it's probably because the patrons are seeing that next episode while you guys are just now commenting on the previous one. So I'm kind of a week ahead type of thing in a way, so I just wanted to let everybody know that in case you comment like, hey, he didn't take my he didn't use my advice or tip or something like that. That's what that is. So yeah, I think next episode we're going to tackle this first and then possibly try and get into the Aurora. I'm not sure if we have enough equipment yet. I think I need a laser cutter for that. So we'll probably do this and then maybe do some more exploring and trying to find... Oh, that's kind of cool. It actually tells you how long it has before another kit's available. That's neat. Anyways, we're going to wrap things up here for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.